Yeah, let me just set up chat here really quick. All right, let's see. Is it if it's yep, chat's working. All right. Now I just need a place to set chat down so I can see you guys. I guess I'll set you all's here for now. Alrighty. Okay. I am here today on this channel. Hi Lori. Just for a little bit. Not gonna probably be on this channel too long because I have some stuff to do for the other channel, but I did want to come over here really quick. Let me just whoops. Okay. I don't think I'm on the right light setting. It seems dark. The weather's kind of dark, so everything seems a little dark. So gotta excuse my paint towel here. I was doing some painting. Okay. Oh, it's just gonna have to sit here for now. All right. So first things first, I guess I'll do the stuff, the haul. It's a small haul. I only got two things. Um, I got these. I guess they call it like a deco pocket. But basically it's just like a little small binder, and I got it off Amazon, and it came with these little. I almost want to say that this is like cardboard, like that thin cardboard, that kind of glossy kind that comes in like as backing for stuff sometimes. But anyway, you're supposed to swatch like your mediums on here, and they have it back and front. But I mainly got it for my paint markers. Since I use those quite a bit, I wanted something smaller that I can just kind of have in my hands. I swatched my Guangna markers, my Just Art, and my Shuttle Art so far. Um, and then I realized like this is not gonna be enough. Like this is all I have left in this one. This thing was on Amazon, and I said, I can probably find just the pocket things on Amazon for a little bit cheaper than I got this whole kit because it came with the pocket and it came with the inserts. So I went on Amazon and I went looking, and I found some. And what I did was I just took some of these of the insert ones and I put them in my printer and I just printed them. But mine aren't back and front because I didn't feel like doing all that. So I just did the front, and I hole punched. My paper is not cardboard or whatever material that is. It's just the normal paper that I paint on. So I did those, and I was able to find some of these deco pocket things on Amazon. But I started doing my Tuli arts, and I got to, I believe, my Earth set was the last one I did last night. And I mean, almost halfway through, but I still have like two other sets I think to swatch. But the one I got from Amazon came with four of these deco pocket things, and then I just made some of my own inserts. And it came with this color, view, yellow, purple, and this pink color. So I have some of those for the rest of my markers or whatever it is I'm gonna swatch. Um, so I've been working on that. Thank you, View. Also, let me just sit that there for now. I ended up getting Little Folk by Christine Karen. So I have my copy. I already know which page I'm gonna start on. We're gonna start a little bit today. But updates. So I've been basically working on my art stuff. So I haven't been coloring. Uh, I have been. Well, my stickers came in for starters. Um, I made two new stickers, and I have not set up my. I have not set up my microphone, so you guys are probably looking this up because there we go. Okay, so I got two new stickers in that I made, and I have Mooncat, and they're Halloween themed. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like a sandy glitter effect on both of these. So I have Mooncat, and then I did a pumpkin miso. So for my Kofi members, you guys will be getting one of each of these in the mail. Everyone else will just have to wait until I put them up in my shop. I haven't put them up yet, but they will be up. So I did that, and I have been working on a project over on my art channel, and that's this guy. I am doing a large, well, it's large scale for me because I normally do small paintings. Um, so I have been working on a pretty large scale painting, and I have the old version of this where I did it. It was much smaller and it looked a little weird and wonky, but I am liking how this one is turning out. So I know that not a lot of you, very few of you, watch me over on the other channel, but this is what I've been doing. And I'm just working my way across the painting. So yeah, thanks, View. I know View has been watching me paint this. Um so far I think as far as the chat goes, I do believe View. I think I've seen Lori over there maybe once. Um, but View has been watching me. There's been others in the chat, but they haven't said anything, so they're probably new viewers. But from over here, View's been in my chat and she's been watching and she's been listening to my struggles and everything on this. So thank you, View, because it's been a struggle, but it's been a good struggle and it's been fun and I'm learning a lot. And I already have a second sketch, which you can't really see, but I have the second sketch ready for that series to go once I finish that painting. And outside of my art, and I also been doing like some stuff in my sketchbook too, but I don't think, let's see, I know I was trying to do some like more fall theme type of stuff. And then I got distracted and I started doing more Halloween stuff, which usually happens. But I have like, kind of a mostly fall themed page. I haven't colored it yet or anything, but I just been doing little bits and pieces and taking notes and stuff. This is like probably going to be a little less aesthetic than my other sketchbook cuz I've been doing a lot of planning and thumbnail stuff, but I do have some stuff here and there like this one. They are at a Halloween party and you see these guys in the window and they're looking at the bowl of candy, just little stuff. Um, you know, you watch over there, you're addicted. Yeah, you've been helping me. I'm telling you. Because I'm glad that there is somebody in the chat because it doesn't feel like I'm talking to myself. That's the only thing like with making a new channel. Um, sometimes because there's not a lot of people in the chat or there's not anyone in the chat, sometimes it feels like I'm talking to myself, so it's kind of weird. So I know I've seen Lori, I think in my comments, views been in all the live, so I'm glad somebody's over there. I appreciate it. Um, but I came over here to do this because I don't want any like adult coloring over there. That's strictly art. So I'm gonna do this over here. Um, but the ones that do roll over there, I do appreciate it. Hi, Bayou. Okay, so I've already picked out a page. Now I don't do portraits usually. Um, I've done, I think, one or two. Sorry, I had to get something to drink. I've been really thirsty lately. Um, I've done one or two. I don't feel like pulling them out, but they're around here somewhere. But the page I picked out, first of all, don't she look like Beyonce? Or am I going crazy? But anyway, I'm not gonna flip it. There's like a million flips of it already on YouTube. I'm sure you guys have seen the flips already. Jesus, where's the page? Okay, so I'm gonna do Miss Maple here. Um, I think. I don't know. I think I want to do Maple by myself. I might pick something else to do on here. I actually was looking at I kind of was looking at this page, but then I also was looking at this one. I kind of like this page. And I'm like, it is Linda. This one's really cute too. I mean, they're all cute. Some of them are kind of creepy looking. Um, I don't know what it is, but some of them are kind of creepy looking. But um this one is kind of odd, but it's also kind of cute. I wouldn't even know where to start with that because I don't even think that's a human. It's like an onion or something. Um, and then there's a little boy here. This would be like a cute, just like I might start off with that because I don't know what this one's really cute. I can't wait to do that one. I don't know what pencils and stuff is gonna work in here. This one's also really cute. Um, so I mean, I can start off with the little boy. I do want to do Maple though, but I already have like I have the color palette picked out for her that I want to do, but I haven't yeah, it's some of them are kind of creepy. Uh hmm. I could just start with the little boy, but this one's really cute too with the sweater. I feel like this one's a Christmas one though, because I feel like she's got like some Christmas berries in her hair. So I might save this one for like winter or something. I mean, we could just do Maple. We could do her too, but I don't feel like dealing with that hair. Um, we can start with Miss Maple, I guess. But I haven't picked. I have the Hi, Callie. This one's really cute. What the page 3? Let's see. What's page 3 look like? One, two, three. This one's cute. The frog's kind of funny looking, but this one's cute. But not too bad. You guys, we can do this one. Yeah, why not? Because it's kind of creepy. So if I mess up, I won't feel bad. Let me just get some paper to put underneath. Right, exactly. This frog is a bit creepy, but okay, we can do this one. So I won't need this, but I'll show you guys the palettes that I'm using for Miss Maple, and that's going to be not that one. I'm going to be using number 67 and also, or probably also, 309. This is from book two. So this one's from book two and this one's from book one. I'm leaning towards this one, or I might just use this one and add this green into it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I do have another book coming, the one that I'm kind of most excited for some reason. Well, not for some reason. I know why I'm excited for it, but I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. But I'm excited for it. And then I have another book that I ordered. It will be here. It's supposed to be here between October 1st and October 10th. So if it comes within that time, then we can probably color a page together. Because I'm telling you guys, Pokemon comes out October 16th, and you guys probably it's gonna be a minute before um what you call it. It's gonna be a while before you guys see bubbles. You colored which one? The frog? He's I don't know, something about him is I don't know if it's the face of how she's like squishing his face in or what, but and any noise that you guys hear, just pretend you don't hear it. We got new neighbors next door and they don't know how to shut up. So, if you hear any bumps and thumps and the occasional screams and FUs and give me my phone back and where's my keys, just just pretend you don't hear it, okay? Um, I don't know who let these people move in, but you know, aside from being annoying, they're okay neighbors, I guess. They're just kind of ghetto. I hate to say it, but they are. Um, yeah, yeah. So far, I think it's only two of them. I think it's like a guy and a girl or something, but I don't know. It's probably like relationship issues or something. I'm not really sure. It ain't my business, but it's kind of hard to like make something not your business when it's like loud and right there. Um, so I feel like they've been moving in for like the past month, even though they've been here only for 2 weeks. They've been making so much noise. Okay, so um, also on the side, I'm also playing Pokemon. I'm looking for this certain Pokemon. Well, I've found the Pokemon. I'm looking for a certain color of that Pokemon. Um, so oh yeah, view. This is my Derwent case. So I have my Light Fast in here, and which I'm finding that I love these so much. And then I have my Graphitin. I don't have the whole set. I think there's what 12 or 24 or something like that. Um Apparently I've got one on the loose somewhere because there's a space empty here. Unless I just put one back because I don't use these that much. So I'm not really sure if it's one missing or if I just didn't put this back in the right place. Um what was I getting ready to say? Oh yeah, I think there's like 12 or 24 of these. I'm not really sure how many it is, but when I go to Blick, I just get like, one or two, or it'll be part of like the six when I buy six. And then I have my drawing ones. 24. Okay, yeah. So I have 3, 6, 9, possibly 10 if one is missing. And then 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 of the drawing pencils. So with the drawing ones, I'm probably just gonna continue to get those open stock. I'm not gonna buy that whole set. I'm just gonna get them open stock, and I'll be all right. You're using your drawing pencils in your Kirby book. I like them. I like the drawing pencils. So let me see what I want for my friend here. Probably that's probably going to be a little too yellow, but I need something. Maybe that. And do I want her that orange? Maybe. You have 6. You thinking about getting the whole 72, or are you just going to continue to do open stock? I don't know if I want this orange color. Might be a little too orange. Ooh, that's got an undertone of green, and I don't want it. Um, Hoping they're on primer. Yeah. Well, Blick, if they ever make their way to Blick, they have like the where you buy 6 and you get them on discount, and then oftentimes Blick has like um sales on their pencils. So, oh wait, that's not buff titanium. What color is that? That's my blender. Okay. Well, technically, I do need that. That's my new blender. Where's the one I was using already? I don't know what's possessing me to start with the skin tone, but I might go with that orange. Yeah. It's a little orangey, but oh, maybe I can go with this one. It's giving gold. I might go with that orange after all. Because I can always tone it down a little bit. Because it's like an orangey brownish color. Should be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then we can stick some dark tones in there somewhere. And then if I put yellow over all of it, it should be fine. All right. Yeah, I can wait till November. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. Um, Mainly because Pokemon, like I said, is coming out. I already have mine pre-ordered. So that, but I do need to get the DLC. I also need to get um it was like some other things I needed to get. So, not in a rush. Wait, who said Blick was going bankrupt? Are they supposed to be? I hope not. That one's already sharp. Oh. All right. So we gonna make her a little chocolatey elf. She's not gonna be too dark, but she's gonna be. We're gonna start with the ears. Yeah, I hope not, cause schools rely on them. Shoot, I do too. That's where I get my paint from. I was like, wait a minute, forget the kids. Where am I gonna get my paint? Though I do get my Turner paint from I think it's Jackson's, or what's the other one? So I've been shiny hunting this one particular Pokemon for 5 days now. Um, 5.5. It'll be 6 a little later on tonight, technically. But the odds are, I believe, 1 in 8,400 and something something. So no luck so far. I'm hoping to find him before the new Pokemon comes out. But it's an easy process. It's just tedious and it takes a long time. The way you have to hunt this one is you basically have to encounter it, see if it's shiny. If it's not shiny, then you have to turn your game off and turn it back on again and redo it again. I am hunting Registeel in Pokemon Sword, or I'm sorry, in Pokemon Shield. So he looks like, I'll show you. So basically, I have to talk to this little rock because that's where he's hiding it. Um, Wait until the thing starts up, and I have it on mute. And if it's not the one I want, which is not, this isn't the shiny, I have to basically cut it off or exit out the game, completely exit out, and come back and do it all over again. So I've been doing that for 5 days and no luck so far. So I'm gonna need something darker than that because it's not dark enough. So I'm gonna need all the luck from y'all. If y'all got some extra luck, send it my way because I need it. Tired of pushing this button. So um my niece was telling me that she had did this hunt or this method for another Pokemon she was hunting for while she was in I think she said while she was in AIT in the army or whatever it's called. And she got it. She said, but it took, from the time she got there until Christmas. And I'm like, that was some months. I'm like, I'm not hunting this thing for months. Because when the new game comes out, I'm gonna be on that. I'm not gonna be particularly looking for this guy, and I do need him because I would like to have a shiny version of all the Pokemon. So at some point, I'm gonna have to do it anyway, and I need him to complete my Pokedex for like my main Pokedex in Pokemon Home, which is basically like the storage box where you can store like your Pokemon, your extras or your specials or whatever your Pokemon you want to store in there. So I'm trying to complete like a full like Dex version of that. And it's daunting. um and but I'm also not only am I looking for the regular ones, I'm also doing the same thing for the shiny or alternate color of each one. So it's a process, but it's a process I like doing, so it's okay. But it's daunting. It is. I gotta tell you, it's something. It's something. But, but I just like do it like right now, like I'm coloring, and then in my other hand, I have my controller, and I'm watching, watching, pushing buttons, watching. You know, thank you, Callie. I'm gonna need it because I mean, she did it for months, and I'm already stressing out, and it's only been 5, almost 6 days. So I'm like, girl. And to think I'm gonna have to do the same thing for that one that she did it for as well. So it's like, oh boy, I don't know. We're gonna get it though. We're gonna get it. Don't worry. We might not get it on stream. Now that would be something if all of a sudden it decides to want to pop up while I'm sitting here streaming. That'll be something. But don't hold your breath, guys, because this the odds are not with me right now. All right, so we got one ear done. So like, okay, she's wearing a dress because I was gonna say like, where is the rest of her? So I think the rest of her is back here. She's got on a dress. All right. So I'm probably gonna work some more on my painting today too. I didn't do anything yesterday. I was cursing the internet under my breath half the day yesterday. Because every time well, it was out, and every time I tried to go live, it wouldn't let me go live with just my cell phone, like regular cell phone data. So I don't know what the heck was going on yesterday. It was out all day. And then it magically decided to decide to work at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, by that time I was ready to get back in bed. So Taylor said she'd be bugging the people at Blick. Yeah, because you be posting like their little contests and stuff they be having. I don't go up there as much as I used to. The my Blick is not close. So I you don't catch me up there too much, but um usually like if he has to like go get the car serviced or something like that, Blick is closer to that area. So I just give him the puppy dog eyes and he's like, "You want to go to the art store?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So That's usually when I go because it's not close. Um, so flash the puppy dog eyes, and it usually works. He ordered the Pokemon game for me, and I was like, yes, that is $70. I do not have to spend on this game. And then the Pokemon company was like, oh, by the way, here's a $30 DLC that you might want. And I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna buy that. I won't puppy dog eye him for that because he did just pre-order anyway. My regular one. Closest blue for me is, oh yeah, see. And I feel like these blicks, like they put them in the middle of God knows where, and it's like, who's going over there? Put them where the people are. Put them where I am. That's what I'm really asking. Put it where I am, so I can go. But all at the same time, though, that I don't know if that's a good thing because I'll be in there quite a bit, and that's where I'll be in there buying paint every week, and I'm like, nah. As soon as I get paid and pay my bills, I'm like, all right, next stop is Blit. But it would be nice to have it. I mean, a little bit closer at least. He was laughing at me. I'm serious. I'll be in there, and it'll be they'll at some point they're gonna be like, let's create a point system for her because she always in here. I was scared to order this book because I wasn't sure if it was gonna be Amazon paper or not. So I went digging and I was like, oh, it's actually not Amazon paper. I was like, okay, 25 minutes. But see, for me, that's still not close because for me, everything I need well, minus the post office now since it burned down, but everything I need is like 5, 10 minutes tops away. And then you get to Blick and it's a whole nother story. It's like, all right, why do you have to be across town? So Blick and my doctor, those are the only two things that are like legit across town somewhere. So, oh yeah, I think either someone set that whole strip mall area on fire or the restaurant above it or next door to it or something probably had some kind of electrical thing. So um I have to find another post office. Someone keeps telling me there's one at my job. There's one in the airport somewhere. So next week I'm gonna leave early and see if I can find it. Because it's not on my side. It's not on the side I work. I've been all through that side. Um, so I'm thinking it's in a different terminal. So I might leave early and check it out next week. I know there's like little sub areas like like mailboxes type things where you can just drop them off, but I think there's like an actual post office inside somewhere. Um, but yep, the one that was like 2 minutes from my house. Like I can walk there. I would walk. It's 2 blocks, or it was anyway, before it burned down. 2 blocks away. Um, I can walk there and be there in like 3 minutes. And that one is gone. That's the one that I mainly use to like mail things off. That's not my main post office, but I can go there to like mail stuff off, get stamps if I need stamps or whatever. But it's gone. Nothing left but a bunch of burnt crisp poles and rubble. So I mean, it's got to be some kind of post office in there somewhere, I would think, because they get like packages and UPS and delivery planes and stuff. So I mean, it's got to be something in there where I don't have to go across town to, because I need to mail off my Kofi. Um, by the way, Linda, can you inbox me your address one more time? I seem to have lost it, but we ain't gonna talk about that. I don't know what happened to the notebook I wrote everyone's address down in. It's in my desk somewhere, and I don't feel like going through all those notepads. Um, so if you could just inbox me. But I'm gonna leave home early and just kind of go and see what's up. Yeah, you might be right, View. I'm not sure. But I've had a couple people tell me that there is definitely one in my airport. So, hi, Brittany Daniels. So I'm going to check that out, and I'm assuming because there's only 2 other terminals, so it's not in my terminal. So I'm gonna check the other two, starting with the bigger one, and see what I can find in there. All right, let's see. So, but yeah, I am super excited for. I'm excited for both coloring books, but I'm really excited for the one that's coming on Saturday. It keeps changing from Friday to Saturday, so it's going to be one of those days. You guys will see it on Sunday, and I'll probably either go live or I'll probably just do like a flip. Then I can get happy mail while right. Just pick up the mail at work. Exactly. Um. So I forgot what I was about to say. Anywho, that's that because I have to mail that stuff off. And it's crazy because I had to inform everybody, like, listen, I'm not holding on to your Kofi rewards. It's just my post office burned down. And everybody's like, oh no. And I'm like, yeah, like I've never had a post office burn down on me. So I don't, you know, when you're getting your kin. Oh, so also I organized my coloring books onto my bookshelf in the living room. So they are not in a box anymore, but they're still kind of out of sight, out of mind because um they're in they're on the bookshelf, but it's in the living room. So they're still out of sight, out of mind, and I only grab what I'm working on. So if I'm not working on it, it's going on the shelf. Oh, he has an English version of his book now, right? Honestly, I still feel like the paper in the Japanese one is probably the best one. Um, but I understand that one's kind of hard to get. So This poor child is gonna have a very shiny forehead. By the way, guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. I am winging this. um, that's kind of why you don't hear me doing my normal, oh, just put a little here, just do this, just do that, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And so, for those wondering, oh, Bubbles isn't telling us, her normal, I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't want to tell you something and it's not correct. So, now if you want to know the colors I'm using, I can tell you that. But yeah, well, it's not out of print, I don't think. It's just stupid hard to get over here in America for some reason. Amazon every now and then has it, but you have to like catch it. Um, Etsy is usually where you will find it, and but it's expensive. So, it's probably easier to get the English version then. Right, it's the shipping. Yeah, I haven't the slightest. I'm just winging it. And you guys know I layer, so this might take. And she's got a big old head, so it's like even, it's a lot of space to cover. But I was going to do with I was gonna try with my polychromos, but I was like, I always do my polychromos first. So I'm gonna be adventurous and do something different today. Because it's like I know my polys is going to work because they work in everything. I don't think I've had a book where my polys don't work. So I'm like, I'm gonna try something else. So this is what we're trying. Um, I'm gonna put a little bit on the eyelids. I'm not putting makeup on her. I think this is a kid. Don't quote me though. Don't come for me in the chat talking about that's not a kid, that's an adult. I don't know. She gonna be a kid in my book because she looks like one. The cover on the English version is so cute. Yeah, I seen. Where did I see it? I don't know if somebody was showing it or if I seen like a post on Instagram. You guys, I was like heck of doom scrolling yesterday on my phone because the internet was out. So I was doing a lot of stuff just on my phone with just like my phone data. So I was like on Instagram and I was able to watch YouTube and watch like TV shows and stuff, but it wouldn't let me stream or anything. So and I was like, well, it don't make any sense to record either because then I won't be able to post it. So, you know, I was just doing a lot of doom scrolling, a lot of Facebook, a lot of repetitive button pushing with this Pokemon I'm trying to catch. And yeah, I think Yuki can sense my boredom yesterday too because he kept bringing me toys to play with. Hello, Bamboo Cat. Thank you. I am winging it. This is Bubbles' version of attempting a. I've done one. Well, technically, if you count the one I did in Kirby's book, when I did Mommy Wata, I mean, but that was like on a smaller scale. It wasn't really a portrait though. It was just I don't know. I don't know. But we're winging it. Well, I'm winging it. A couple of you in the chat are probably like, "Girl, what are you doing?" But we gonna figure it out together. I'm also multitasking, so um. But I think I did do one of Christine Karen's. I think it was a PDF, but I did the skin, right? And I think I did her clothes, but I didn't finish like her hair and stuff. So hello, Sonia. Yeah, I don't think Mommy Wata counted either because that was, I mean, she was there, right? But the main focus of the picture, I think, was like her pose and the stuff that was going on around her and stuff like that. I don't really want to count that one either. Yeah, I faintly remember it. I think it was like an African lady or something. Um, but it was a while ago, so and I don't think I've done one since. Now I've done like hair. I can do hair a little bit because I do a lot of like the anime hair. So that I have a bit more confidence in than these portraits, like the actual skin. Yeah, I think so. I faintly remember it. Matter of fact, let me see. Because my PDF folder is still in my room. I don't have. I didn't put that on the shelf because that thing's massive. Give me a sec. I think this. Which one is my PDF folder? Okay, so it should be up here somewhere because it's a whip. I think, but like I can do hair a little bit. I was doing this one. It's not finished yet, but I do have the colors down. Um, nope. Where is she? Did I finish her? Because she's not on the whip page. She's not on the whip section. So now I'm wondering, did I actually finish her? Because I don't recall doing the hair. Oh, there she is. Yeah, okay, she is on the whip page. So I did her. I don't remember what I did her with. Um, I didn't even do the clothes. Low key, I need to finish her because this one's kind of cute. But it didn't turn out too bad either, actually. Some of it's a little wonky, but it's not too bad. It could be better for sure, but I need to get back into my PDF folder because there's a lot of blank stuff in here, but we won't talk about that. I have to like kind of hide my folders and stuff because my dog likes to chew on the edges of them, and I'm tired of buying binders to replace him from attempting to snack on them. So I have to like hide them. Thank you guys. Because as soon as I pulled that folder out, he looked like, oh, free snack? Absolutely not. So I have it like underneath. on my desk shelf. My desk has like some shelving units on it. So I have it on like the bottom one, but because if he goes down there, I'll be able to tell that he's down there. He's crafty. This one you gotta watch for sure. um, Yuki is a sneaky something, let me tell you. Okay, so we're just going to. No, Brittany, he's just weird. He it's just like, certain things that I think it's just like the texture of the binder, like the plastic. I don't want like certain areas too dark. So I'm only putting like a light layer of some of this stuff down underneath here. But yeah, it's just certain things that he kind of it's he's not like chewing on it to eat it. He's like he likes to play with stuff like that, and chewing is like sometimes the way he plays. So I have to hide my things. It's fine if he chews on his stuff. I don't care. But you're not gonna chew on my things. He already got a hold of one of my Toolie art markers. Um I don't know how it must have fallen on the floor or something at some point and he got a hold of it. But when I was swatching, let me show y'all. When I was swatching, I was like, what happened to this marker? And y'all see the teeth marks? And it's not even a circle anymore. It's like he went to work on this poor marker cap. And I'm glad it was just the cap, but for some reason he likes to chew and toss my stuff around. So my things have to be moved because my things are apparently a target for him. So hi Harry. It's good on something because he went to work on I was like, sir. And when I showed it to him, he ducked his little head down like, uh-oh. And I'm like, oh yeah, this was definitely you. I'm like, what in the world possessed you? And I said, well, I can't be too mad at him because, he ain't no telling when he did it. I don't know when it happened, so I can't be too mad. But at the same time, don't be chewing on my stuff, chewing your own stuff. So, depending on how I'm feeling later, I will probably do some painting. I'm trying to find a balance between my painting and my coloring. Yeah, see, and I don't know if it's like maybe it's like the ink. Maybe they can smell the ink. Because when I tell you he went to work on that cap, I'm like, what in the world? And luckily it still fits back onto the marker. But I'm like, guy, like, what possessed you to do that? And there's an ice cream truck in the middle of a rainstorm. Well, it's not storming, but it's raining. And this guy, I highly doubt it's an actual view. I got Taylor, she in here. So anything goes array. Taylor's here. That's what I got Taylor for. She watching. Um so if depending on how I feel, because I yesterday I did so much cleaning and reorganizing, and I think I kind of wore myself out a little bit. Just because I mean the internet was down, so I had to find something to do. And so um I was like, well, I'm gonna clean. So I cleaned my closet, and I finally pulled out my my autumn slash winter clothes, and then I put the summer stuff kind of like away because it's starting to get cold for me. It's still like 80 something, during the daytime, high 80s. But at night, it's dropping to like 70 something. And then in the airport, it's super cold. They are freezing us and they're freezing me, okay, in there. And so I'm like, all right, it's time to pull out like the long sleeves, and I need to start pulling out, like my thicker socks. And I'm like, all right, winter, I'm getting ready for you because out here it likes to sneak up. And I am good for getting sick when the weather changes. Um, so yeah, I'm like, no, let me do that. So I did that and everything. Um, sure you don't want to you so yeah, yeah, no worries, no worries. Welcome in. Do you color Harry at all? I know there's a couple people in here. Harry, I saw. Sonia doesn't really come in here that much. Do you guys color or draw art type stuff? Bamboo cat, welcome in. Any questions? Feel free to ask. If I don't answer them, Taylor's my mod. She's a very good moderator. She's watching, making sure no trouble ensues. Mm. I got a couple people watching, but Taylor's the official moderator. But it's pretty chill over here. No drama, no craziness. So you're safe until you do something crazy, and then Taylor gonna get you. Okay, bamboo cat colors and watercolors. Okay. Right, or play video games. We game over here, some of us. So I know where to go for watercoloring. Bamboo cat does watercolor. I am terrible at it. I usually use gouache and acrylic gouache, but the watercolor, my watercolor skills need some help. I usually I go to View. Coloring View is good with watercolors. Um so I get a lot of what I learn from her and whatever I see on YouTube. But I don't do watercolor a lot just because it's completely different from gouache. You have to go with um light to dark for watercolor, and but for gouache and acrylic gouache it's the opposite. You go dark to light. So with the watercolor, oftentimes I will just put the color down like bam, and then I'm like, uh oh, I did not leave room for my highlights. I didn't leave room for none of the stuff I was supposed to leave room for. And so I'm like, "View, help." And she like, "You gotta go light to dark. You put too much down." And I'm like, "Oh no." So um I stay away from the watercolors. I've tried. Like I've done, let me see if I can find something that I did with watercolor really quick. Um, but the struggle really do be real. So like this little guy, that was with watercolor. Um, Also, I'm impatient and I don't like to wait until it dries. So that's another problem. I did I did him with watercolor. This is He turned out okay. Um but I still didn't wait until it like completely dried, so it kind of messed up a little bit there. Uh but watercolor is tough, man. I did that might have been it. Most of my stuff is most of my stuff, and I'm giggling because it's like, man, that's crazy how often I avoid it. But I think I think that was gouache. I was playing around with it. I think that's it. I don't do a lot of watercolor. I think this was watercolor, and I totally screwed that up. Um, but it's so pretty. Like when I see other people do watercolor, I'd be like, "Oh man, that looks so good. How come mine doesn't turn out like that? Like, what is going on?" And so I stick to gouache, an acrylic gouache and paint marker. So like this, and it wasn't finished, but this is gouache. Um, oh, this was watercolor. This one here. I think I used my yeah, because I can see the shiny. I used my Ganzai Tambi for these. Oh, you chatted with Bamboo Cat before. Okay. You like to draw with charcoal. Oh, that's messy. Now that I don't do. I don't like to get my hands dirty. You struggle with A4. You're aiming to do big paper. You know, I do a lot of small scale stuff too. Um, okay, bye, Callie. I do like a lot of my stuff is like small scale. Like this is this was I need to finish it, but this sketchbook's almost done. But I jumped in my new one because I couldn't wait. But most of my stuff is small scale. Like legit everything is small scale. So I have like finished pieces that are also small scale. So I'm like working on a coloring book, right? So what I did was I forced myself to use a bigger sketchbook. Um but even still, like for the pages, for my coloring pages, I know you guys can't really see it, but um it's still on a smaller scale. So forcing myself to use that bigger sketchbook wasn't it. So what I did, because I'm determined to learn how to color on a bigger scale, or not just color but like paint and draw on a bigger scale, because I have a lot. This is my like finished stuff, like on canvas and paper and stuff like that. So a lot of it is on very small, like 5 by 7, 4 by what, 6, right? Um, this is like this one is probably 8 by 10, but even still, I put a really big border around it, so it's not that big, right? So, um, those are mostly on the smaller scale. And then the one that I did do that was on a big scale, and this was my first like big scale painting, was this one. And I didn't really know how. to do on a big scale, so my characters came out kind of like almost like I stretched the dimensions. I don't know what the heck. The rest of it is cute, but I don't like the way they came out because they came out kind of weird. Um, and this was acrylic gouache mostly, I think. But I was like, okay, scrap that. I mean, don't scrap it because I am gonna keep it, but like scrap it in terms of like, all right, it didn't turn out the way it was supposed to. So um try. Now I'm working on a bigger one, and this one I'm super proud of. I actually this is 12 by 16. And this one I'm working on my art channel, which is in the little description box. If you guys aren't subbed over there, feel free to sub over there if you want to see all my art stuff, because that's where you're gonna find these guys. Um, you can sub over there and watch me. I did 2 lives where I'm painting this. We're not finished, still working on it, but this is the biggest I've drawn anything and the biggest I've painted anything. So, matter of fact, I think is it bigger than this? It's even bigger than this. Oh, I'm super proud now. It's even bigger than this one. So, and it turned out the drawing, the painting's not done, but the drawing itself turned out really good. So, you know what I did, Harry? I took a I have like some Bristol paper, right? I'm going to show you if I can find it really quick. Let me see. They have a sketchbook in the same size, but I don't have it. I only have the 9 by 12. This is the Bristol. They have smooth or vellum. This is just what I have. This is 9 by 12. So I taped 2 pieces together, which, you know, you got to do what you got to do when you don't have what you need. So I taped 2 pieces together. Um, I did add the actual size sketchbook to my wish list. I'll get around to it. It's like 20 something bucks or something. So it's gonna wait. But in the meantime, I tape these two people pieces together, and it's just Bristol paper. So you can draw and erase as much as you want. And then once it's done, you can transfer it on to whatever paper it is you want to you know, put it on or whatever. But I put it on here because I can erase and draw and make edits and whatever, etc. I erased and redid this door so many times it's ridiculous, but I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna mess it up because it's good paper. It's not. I mean, it is. It's okay paper, but you can erase easy and you can redraw and erase and redraw and whatever. So then you can transfer it over to the other paper, with transfer paper, or you can do it the old school way where you like scribble on the back and then redraw it onto the other paper that way. But you don't have to worry about messing up the other paper with all the erase marks and so on and so forth. So you can try that. Um, yeah, the big scale is tough. Oh, view, you so nice. She said I'm good with watercolor. Okay, I'm okay at watercolor, but I'm better with gouache in acrylic gouache. But if you go back to some of my other live streams, Bamboo, you'll see me using um gouache and acrylic gouache. I mostly use for acrylic gouache, I use Turner and Holbein. Those are the only two I use for acrylic gouache. For regular gouache, I have Holbein, I have Turner, and I have Shinhan. Those are the 3 best ones to me. Yeah, watercolor is tough. Big as heck. Yeah, yeah. You have a joke back in secondary school involves charcoal. That depends, Harry. Uh, go ahead and make the joke, and Taylor, keep an eye on it. I'll say that. How's that sound? We'll give you a shot, Harry. Everybody gets one shot. But yeah, I one day I will sit down and just do nothing but watercolor. But I feel like I want to perfect um I want to perfect my gouache and my acrylic gouache yet, because I still having little hiccups with it. Like there are times where I feel like I don't have the right consistency with the paint and the water. Sometimes it's too watered down, sometimes it's not watered down enough. Um, so I want to kind of perfect that first before I go diving in to watercolor, because that watercolor stuff, I'm already knowing it's gonna give me a headache, because I have to go light to dark, and the only thing I go light to dark with is my pencils. So right, that's why I'm like watching Taylor. Mhm. No, but go ahead, Harry. If it's in good spirit, go ahead. We'll wait for Harry's joke. But yeah, anybody who's been over here with me for a while, you guys know I color, I draw, I play games. This channel, I do coloring and I play games. I've tried to separate them, but it don't work out that way. So I just do both. I did separate my art from over here, because over on my art channel, there's no way I would have 13 people watching me right now. There's usually like 3 max. Um, and that's because people mainly know me for my coloring. Um, it's not often that the people from this side will go watch over there. Now, some of them do, because they're interested in either just supporting me in general, or they are actually interested in my characters, or they're actually interested in, whatever it is I'm doing, as far as like what medium I'm attempting to try, or whatever art related thing they're into at that moment. So it is there, the link's there. Bubbles, Art of Bubbles is the channel. Taylor dropped the link, so if you want to go check it out. It's still a very small channel, so it's not very many videos, very many live streams at all. So it's very small still. I would like for that channel to be as big as this one day. This one took a while. I just hit 1,400 um the other day. So I do appreciate all the people that are subscribed to me. That is amazing. That is a big number. uh that is a huge number. And I would love for my art channel to be just as big one day. I don't think it's going to happen overnight, but I do want to see it one day happen, because I do want my characters to be known. I want them to, I want to bring them to life a little bit more, and um, share their stories and stuff. I um, I made an Unveil account, which is where you basically go and you can post your original characters and their traits and their backstories and pictures and whatever you want to add about that character. You can do so on Unveil. So, um, are you guys subscribed? Thank you. What colors you guys want to know the colors? Okay, so I have like a hodgepodge of colors. So, um, I have wheat, and I'm using the Derwent Lightfast. I have wheat. That's just like the base color, just to change the color from the color of the page to something else. And then I have yellow ochre, which is what I put a very, very light base over the whole thing as well. And then I start adding a little definition with sandstone, which is kind of like orangey. So I'm not going too heavy with this because then she's going to look orange and don't want that. And then I have sienna, which is just like when I start freshly putting in the shadows. And then Van Dyke is where I start darkening it up around the edges a bit. And chocolate, which is baking soda peroxide. Okay. Chocolate, which is the final, areas. And then I would like to go over it in buff titanium or my blender once I'm done, but we're gonna see how that looks. Um, did we lose Harry? Did he change his mind about his joke? Did we scare you off, Harry? Um, I got my Derwent Light Fast from Amazon. I bought the whole set, but Blick, I believe, has them individually if you want to do that, if you want to go that route. Um, I have a terrible case of full set syndrome. I'm working on it though. I will buy something in the full set if I know I'm going to like it and I know I'm going to use it. So, but I took a chance with these, but I do like them. Um, I have my very first set of pencils was the polychromos. I'm not counting Crayola because I feel like it wasn't a joke. It was a story once. What? No, no, Harry, go ahead. Go ahead, Harry. If it's too bad, Taylor will just remove it and then she'll tell you never do it again. That's it. So go ahead. It's okay to tell your story. Um, so not counting Crayola, because I feel like everybody's first set of pencils is either Crayola or like the Praying or what's that other one? Crazy Art or something like that. So I'm not counting those. Um, so my first set, they were actually gifted to me by my now um ex slash I don't even know what technically speaking, he's my ex. But complicated situationship. I don't know, whatever you guys want to call it. But it was gifted to me by him, and at these days, I just call him because yeah. But anyway, uh, I couldn't figure out if I wanted the Prismacolor or the Polychromos, and I was watching like a million YouTube videos. And I really get the feeling he probably was like, okay, I am tired of these YouTube videos. She's watching these YouTube videos in the bed every night. Gosh dang it. So one day when it came, he was like, "Okay, I got you something." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "What'd you get?" He was like, "Well, it's something you've been trying to figure out if you want or not. So I just made the decision for you." And it was um it was the polychromos. So I was like, okay. I was like, these are nice. And I was like swatching them and coloring with them. And now my coloring pages, they weren't the best looking, but I did like the feel of the pencils better than the Crayolas, which is what I was using. Um, you were gonna get the light fast. Yeah, they're usually within that range. Yeah, you can usually wait. I would wait because sometimes they go down to like 180. Um, Yeah, 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 exactly, Lori. He was paying attention, and I know he was like, "All right, listen." So, he got me those, and then eventually I ended up getting the Prismacolor because they were like on sale or something, and I was like, "Nah." I was like, "They don't come close to me. They don't come close to the polys." A lot of my viewers are hashtag Team Prisma, but I am hashtag Team Poly because they are so much better. They work in every book. They don't smear. I can go on and on and on and on and on. I have 151,000 problems with the Prismacolor, so I don't use them often, hardly ever. Um, the only time you will catch me using them is probably just to like show you guys something with the Prismacolor or something like that. Other than that, nope. I can show you all the pages they've smeared. I can show you how many times they've broken. I have lives where I've sharpened and it broke, and I've sharpened and it broke, and I've sharpened and it broke, and I was like, all right, I'm about to throw this pencil at the wall because why? Um, so hashtag Team Polly over here. Um, Also hashtag Team Holbein because Holbein, the Holbein pencils is like Polly and Prisma had a baby, and they were like, okay, here you go, Jazz. Now you can have the best of both. Um, but them Prisma colors, absolutely not. They're actually my least favorite of all the pencils I have. And I don't have like a bunch of sets or anything. I just have the polys, like as far as like pencils go. I have the polys, the Pablos, the Prismacolor, the Light Fast, the Holbein, and I also have the Albert Durer and I think the small set of the Inktense. That's it. And I have a few of the Luminance. I refuse to go full set syndrome on those. They are great, but they're expensive. So I'm open stocking those. I open stock my Derwent drawing, my Derwent graphitent. Um, so far, I think those are the only ones. And technically, I would have to do the Inktense too if I want those colors, but I don't use them enough, so I'm not gonna go full set syndrome because I don't use them like that. So I'm like, that's a waste of money. Yeah, you love them all for different reasons. Yeah, now don't get me wrong, the Prismacolor, they have a very nice color range. Now that I will give them, but that's about it for me. And 5,099 acrylic markers. Yes, okay, that's fair. But I was only counting pencils, Miss Taylor. But yes, I have like a million acrylic paint markers because I use them in my sketchbook. Pencil sharpeners, I have quite a few. This one was my favorite for a while. This is the Stedler one. And the blades got dull, so I need to replace the blades on it. But this one was my favorite for a while. Um, I had the Prismacolor one, but that one is garbage, so I don't use it. I have this Derwent one here. This one's really good. Um, your mom bought Prismas in bulk. Oh, okay. Yeah, the breaking. Yeah, I know. Oh, trust me. You don't have to tell me. And then I have these Mr. Pen ones. These are really good too, but they wear down kind of fast. I'm already on my second one. I got them in a pack of like 3 or 4, but these are really good too. No, Harry won't tell us his story. I think we scared him. I think we might have terrified him a little bit. I told him it was okay to tell it, so we're just waiting. He'll tell us when he's ready. Um, Another thing, one of these days, I would like to use is or learn how to use is the pan pastels, but those things are messy. I'm gonna have to like grab some like gloves or something before I use those because they are messy and I do not like getting stuff on my hands even though like I paint a lot and stuff like that. I can't. Mm-mm. So and I don't know how easy that stuff is to clean and I can just like imagine little fine bits of powder just all over my desk and God knows where and mm-mm. Charcoal sticks. Ooh, I don't even use those, but I honestly, Harry, if you like go on YouTube and put like charcoal stick review or something like that in the search bar, you'll probably get loads. And honestly, the best thing I would say is just you would have to like try different ones yourself because only you are going to know which ones work for you. Because if I was to ask chat, oh, what's the best color pencil? 90% of these guys are going to say Prismacolor, and Lord knows it ain't. So it's best if you just try it. Just try one, try different brands, um, and just see which ones work best for you. Yeah, I can't see me using pan pastels either. That's why I don't have any. But one day I would like to try them at the very least. But it's gonna be a minute before I even attempt that because um that sounds messy. Ooh, you just got the color saw 129. That's a good price. You never liked the color soft. You have a bunch of browns and greens, never use them. I haven't tried them. I think that might be the only Derwent ones I haven't tried the color soft and there's another one I think I haven't tried either. The Blick has the drawing pencils open stock, but they don't have the new ones yet. I looked. um, they have the older ones open stock because that's where I get mine from. Yeah, if you the polychromos, like for muted colors, the polychromos is really good. The Derwent Light Fast is amazing. Um, the Derwent drawing is really good for muted colors as well because I do a lot of like muted. I don't do a lot of bright stuff. So y'all see how long it's taking me to do this poor girl's face? Not that I'm trying to rush or anything, but why is it taking so long? I guess that's it. Maybe a little bit down here. All right, now we're gonna work our way backwards. So, what's everybody's plans for Prime? Are you guys looking to get? What are you guys looking to get? I know Taylor had asked us, but I didn't get to see what everybody's response was because I couldn't find the post again. But I know I'm waiting to see if they're gonna have some good acrylic markers. Oh, November. Okay. I got 2 birthdays in November, but I can probably get a few. You had an art teacher who wasn't too fond of you, so you explored black and white art. Okay. So much that she what, Harry? Taylor, be ready. Prime. I think it's early October, I believe. Did your teacher have you draw her? Did you have to draw your teacher? Okay, Harry, that's not too bad. That's funny. Did you say you were in primary school? Did you say primary or secondary? Oh boy. I hope secondary. October 7th. There you go. Yeah, I'm like, I think it's early October. Harry, that's funny. So did she put it in the art page? That would be cool. Secondary. Okay. Okay, that's yeah. Did it go in the art page? You must be pretty good with charcoal though then. So what brands do you use? Are you just looking to like upgrade or are you just looking to try something different? I always just like trying different art supplies and stuff. Yeah, primary would be like, kinder through 6 and then secondary would be like high school. Or is it kinder through 8th and then high school? I forgot how it goes. Something like that. You just got the full set of chroma flows. You've been grabbing books here and there. Have you tried the chroma flows yet? You're waiting on the 72 cents to drop. I placed the order for some books from or not books, book one from Timu. I'm hoping that it's Timu, so we gonna see. But I can always return it if it's not like the greatest. But um, yeah, that's funny. I do wonder though, like Harry, like because you said you were in the UK. Is that what you said you were? So like, because I know you guys have good art stores and stuff out there. Like we don't compared to like, this what I don't understand. Oh, she wasn't allowed to. Okay. I guess that would make sense because of the context. But I mean, if I feel like if it was art, then it should have been okay. But some people aren't comfortable with that. But like Japan and like the UK, like I see people and they post like their art videos and the stuff they got from the art stores and the art stores they went to and the vlogs where they're shopping in the stores. And I'm like, what is going on out here with us in America? I'm sorry, but compared to other countries, our art stores kind of suck. And oftentimes we have to like order from out the country to get the good stuff. You already had some. Okay, and then you order more pinks, and then you just went, oh, okay, I see. Okay, Prime Days, October 7th and 8th. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like we get the leftovers. And I don't know, like I already told one of my one of the workers at the airport. I said, "Listen, I'm when you guys get your benefits where you can fly free to Japan." Um, he's like, "I already know," and I'm like, "Okay, as long as you know," because because we don't get those. We don't get flight benefits. My company. I mean, we do. The management does, but it's like with Frontier, I think, and absolutely not. Um, I wouldn't fly Frontier if it was the last plane off this planet. So I don't use, and I don't even think they're even in effect yet. Because we just got bought by some company or something. We are going to get them. We just don't have them yet, or something like that. I don't know. I keep asking, but I'm like, I'm not flying Frontier. But anyway, so I was telling one of the workers that we work because I mainly work with a certain airlines. So I'm like, um, when you get, and he's like, I know, and I'm like, okay. He's like, I was already thinking, all right, well, hey, as long as you know we're on the same page, because as soon as that goes down, I am hopping on your buddy pass real quick. And I'm taking a trip to Japan because their art store, Sakaido, yeah. They have pre-deals. Okay. No, no, you're okay, Harry. That was kind of funny. The other day, the okay. Oh, you got them the other day. Okay. Wait, so you already have them? Did you show them? Did I miss that? Or you just hiding out? You holding out, Taylor? Cause what? But okay, so which one, because I have a thing with very thin pencils. My Pablos are the thinnest pencils I have, and I have to use those kind of like carefully because they're very thin and they make my hands hurt. These make my hands hurt too, but as long as I'm not death gripping them, I'm okay. But the Pablos, if I use them for too long or hold them for too long, they do make my hands hurt. So, which one of those? I don't know if it's the Chroma Flows or the Pro Colors. One of those sets, those pencils are thin. Which set is it? Oh, I must have been asleep or at work or something. How did I miss that? Oh, is that the one that I came in late on the other day? I need to go back and watch. It's probably the one I came in late on because I'm like, I've been seeing most of yours. But I've been at work, so I've been kind of catching everybody late. So the Chroma Flows are the thin ones. Okay. Because I remember View was telling me, she was like, I don't think you're gonna like, and I don't remember which one it was because she was like, they're thin. So she was like, don't buy those because your hands and and I'm like, yep, nope, not doing it. Because the Pablos, I love them, but they make my hands hurt. But I love using those in my mythographic books, but they make my hands hurt. So I'm like, mm-mm. Yeah, I bet they're nice, but I don't see. Mm-mm. If they're gonna make my hands hurt, then I can't use them. So I'm not gonna try and get them. And I already know, especially if they're thin. Like my all the pencils I have they're thick. They're thinner than the very thins and the Prismas. Yeah, see, thin in general. I can't. If it's thin, I'm not gonna bother with it because I feel like I have to grip them harder, and I'm not doing all that. No, you're okay, Harry. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you next time. Your story was actually pretty funny. The color payoff is nice. Yeah, I bet. Derwent has all their whole line, minus the watercolor pencils. I don't know what's going on with those. I can't stand them. But the whole Derwent line, minus those, are actually really good. As far as like color payoff and you know, now I haven't tried the Color Soft or the Pro Color, so I can't speak on those, but I hear good things about them. I know Evelyn Colors, she uses one of them. Don't ask me which one because I don't remember, but um, she uses one of them, and her pictures come out really good, nice and pigmented. Yeah, I'm glad he wasn't a troll too. He's really nice. I kind of feel bad though. I feel like his art should have been in the paper. Um, but a lot of like schools and stuff are like that. Like if your art has like nudity or something like that, they tend to be kind of biased against it. They won't post it and cuz they don't want to offend like if a parent sees it or if a student sees it and they don't like it, then that's the whole thing. So I get it. But I mean, I feel like that's something that should be taught in art where, everybody's art is different. Um, if it's not offensive and you're just like, doing art of like the human body or whatever the case may be. Um, okay, Yuki. Oh, oh, the neighbors are outside causing chaos. Hang on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 sec. Hang on. Now we got knocks at the door, so give me 1 second. Hey, yep, thanks. What's this little flat one? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Sorry guys, that was the Amazon delivery people. Okay. Yeah, he likes to go crazy when people knock on the door. Let me just see. Hold on, guys. Okay. Team Amazon. Yeah. I forgot just that fast. He had told me that he had a package coming. Okay. And I hate when they do that. Like, wait a minute, because um the entire package was supposed to come between he said 2 and 6, but they only brought part of it. So like, where's the other part of the package? But anyway, it's another story, I guess. I mean, I sent them a message like, "Hey, I got part of it." He's gonna be like, "Part of it," but yeah. Um, yeah, he's still barking under his breath all the time. He not gonna be satisfied until I let him out and he goes to be nosy to see what's in the bag box. By the way, still no shiny. I'm still hunting this thing, so still nothing. Where are you at? Come from back there. Go on. You're multitasking. Yep. I, we need a code word. Then so I could be like Taylor. I might just yell Taylor. Taylor. And then that just let you know to look at the chat. Yep, he's still over here just barking away though. Like, what Amazon person long gone. And he's like, nah, I'ma bark a little bit more. I feel like I don't know what color I'm gonna do her hair. I was thinking green, but the frog's gonna be green, so I don't know. I might do something different. But I do want like her little twist ties will probably be green, maybe something like that. What were we talking about? Oh, them pencils. So yeah, so I probably won't get those. It would be nice to see Polychromos come out with a few more colors. Not that they really need any, but I mean, they have 120. Everybody else has like 150 and up. And Polly's is like, we cool with our 120. Watching you do skin. Well, I think it depends on the pencil, maybe. Also, I'm probably one of the few that just sits in layers like this. I know a few people that will do it, but it really depends on like, 'cause some pencils you don't need to do all of this work. Also, yeah, it's probably just a me thing. 1,000 layers. Yeah, look, you guys know I will sit and layer and layer. Sometimes I have to remind myself, like, hey, it's probably enough, and they're probably tired of watching you sit there and do them same colors over and over and over. But I hate to say it, but we are not done. I'm probably gonna go over it again one more time. This is that in between color. So this is the color that I put a base layer down of. So when I go to fill it in, it kind of looks like it's just blending in there. Here's hoping. But it turned out okay for me to be winging it because I tell you. But I'm probably gonna go over the I forgot her eyebrow. I mean her eyelid. I'm probably gonna go over the dark areas again just to get a little bit more definition. But and then there's still her hands that has to be done too, which is usually easier. So glowing. Yeah, it's giving a nice little glow. Yeah. I'm glad the one thing I'm glad she didn't turn out orange. That's what I was scared of because that brown that I picked was kind of like orangey. So I'm like, that's a bit too orangey. I was concerned about it, but it turned out okay. I'm not sure on the lips. I might give her some pink. So that's why I left them blank. All right, now we're gonna backtrack to some darker colors here, just a little bit in some areas. And I'm not putting a lot down. Just in some areas like where you can't, where I lost it a little bit. Yeah, thanks for coming in. we're rounding it up here in a bit. I've been going for a while, almost what, 2 hours. Hey, Kim. Blix bought McPherson Art Company. Okay. So not going bankrupt then. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm like, as long as they not going bankrupt, or I don't want to hear, a couple years from now, oh, Blake is closing, bankrupt. Although, if that goes down, massive sales, but I don't want we already don't have a lot of art stores, so we don't need to lose any of them. I'd prefer it if, they weren't. Yes, Yuki, I know, bud. You got a pepper. I see it. He's got like this rubber pepper that's like he's been dragging around the house since yesterday. I found it in a box, and now I remember why I had it in the box because he's like super obsessed with it. Um and sometimes he's a little too obsessed, and he won't do anything else besides run around and throw the pepper at people. Not that there's anybody here for him to throw it at besides me, but you know, I don't want to keep getting hit with a rubber pepper. It's not, it hurts. It's like hard rubber. Um, and he likes to throw toys at you if you don't play with him enough, or enough for his standards anyway. So, oh, McPherson was having financial issues. So Blick bought the other guys. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, he's silly. He's something. So it's like if I don't play with him enough, which is like all the time for him, he starts throwing things at me. And when I gave him the pepper, I was like, okay, well, here's something for him to play with. Why is this in the box? Huh. I now know why it's in the box, but I don't want to take it from him again because he's gonna be like, this is the second time you even took my pepper away from me. So, but that thing hurts when he gets to throwing it around and throwing it in the air, and um, he just be throwing it, and I don't like getting hit by it because he like throws it up in the air, or he'll take it and like whiplash it directly at you, and it's like, okay, who blessed you with this aim? Because stop. Oh, you just read the reports. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I trying to avoid being hit with that thing. But I don't want to take it because he's entertained by the pepper. So he can have it, and I'm just gonna have to learn how to duck a little bit better, I guess. Oh, right. I'm just gonna have to punch in a little bit here, a little bit here. Oh, okay. I see it. I'm gonna show it to them, okay? And then you can have it back. This is what I'm getting hit with every 10 minutes or so. Do y'all see this thing? This is hard. Okay. This is what I'm getting hit with. You know, not fun. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's aiming it at you. And I'm like, okay, I know you're smart, but sometimes you're too smart. And you're smart when you want to be, and then you play silly when you want to be. So, well, yeah. But when I buy the soft toys, he chews them up and pulls the cotton out of them. And then getting hit with that hurts because now it's empty. So it's like you're getting lashed with a whip at that point. And he just likes to beat people up that, don't play with him. That's all. Them soft toys, they don't last. See, Kim knows. They don't. They don't last. And I still get beat with those. So it doesn't matter. Learn to duck. That's it. That's all. Learn to duck. Hate to say it, but that's it. It's like if you don't learn to duck, then you're gonna get hit. And he don't care. I don't think he realizes. I mean, he knows what he's doing, but I don't think he realizes that it hurts. He's just like, "Hey, I just want you to play." So even though we've been playing all day, you know, I want you to play some more. So we're gonna play some more, and that's usually how that turns out. Okay, where's my blender? All right, let's give it a little blend, just a little bit, because it don't need that much blending, just in some spots. Oh yeah, he's got like a million ropes. Them hurt too. Cause see those he'll keep in his mouth and he'll hit you with it. So you're getting whipped. You ever been hit with a rope? That's not very fun either. He just likes to play like legit all the time. And I'm like, kid, at some point, we gotta sleep and eat. And it's like the second I sit in my chair, he deems that as playtime. He's like, okay, you're sitting in your chair, let's play, 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 play. And I'm like, whoa, like sometimes I don't even be like all the way down in the seat yet. And he's like up ready, like, okay, playtime. And I'm like, where did you think that me sitting in my chair equals playtime? Where did that come from? Yeah. And he likes to hit people with things. So I'm okay on the I'm like, just take the pepper, at least with the pepper. And he has like this crinkly toy, which you hear him playing with right now. Those two, he can entertain himself for a while. But after a while, he's like, okay, I'm done. Now you're going to play with me. And that's when the fight starts. So, all right, face done. I'm leaving it alone before I mess it up. He'll be 2 in December, December 23rd. He'll be 2. All right, I'm not touching anything else on her face. So I'm at 2 hours. I think I'll do the hands by myself. Sunday we'll either be back in this book or we'll be in the new book. And then sometime between October 2nd and the 10th, my other book should be here from Timu. And we will take a look at that and see, the quality and so on and so forth in that one. Because I'm curious about that one. It's a cute book. Well, the cover anyway. I couldn't really see any of the images, but the cover is cute. So if the inside looks anything like the outside, then the images will be cute. I just wanted to do like a little mystery buy from Timu for a coloring book and see what it looks like. So fingers crossed on that one. But you know, we'll see. We'll test the paper and the quality and how terrible it is. But some of those books on Timu aren't too terrible. So we'll see. But that's it. I'm gonna get off of here. Here's our what we did today so far. I'll do the hands on my own, and then still don't know what I'm gonna do with the hair, but I'll figure that out. I might just do like I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a blue. That would be pretty, but we'll see. You packing up this phone, saying to send it back? Oh no. Yeah, you gotta be careful like where you get certain things too, because. But I'm like, it's Timu. It's either gonna be okay or it's gonna be really bad. So I'm just gonna test that out to see. Oh, your phone is too big. Oh, you know what? My case that I have on my phone now is too big for my stand. So what I do before I start streaming, I take the case off. And then when I'm done streaming, I got the case sitting right here in front of me and I don't get up from the spot until I put it back on. Amazon. Okay. Yeah, it should tell you like if you know what kind of phone you have, you can search like phone stand for X, Y, and Z phone. But that's it. That's all. I'm gonna head off of here. Oh, he gave me this sticker too. I don't know. I don't have any of these things. I don't know anything about them, but the sticker's cute. I think he collects certain ones of them, but he's not a sticker fan, so he gave me the sticker. But all right. Yeah, you're good with the return. Yeah, definitely. Return it and find one. Just search like phone stand for and then whatever type of phone you have. But I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna finish doing some more Pokemon hunting and preparing for Pokemon. I got 3 weeks, I believe, it comes out. So try to get as much done as I can within that 3 week time frame when the new one comes out. But I will see you guys on Sunday is when I will be back. Either well, I'm gonna be back on this channel for um the other book, and then I might be on the art channel a little bit to do some painting. So thanks for everybody who came and hung out. Taylor, thanks for watching the chat. Welcome to all the new people. Thanks for coming to hang out with us, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.